One day, I dreamed. I dreamed of a hero, but not just any hero. One of those who moves in the shadows, dedicating their life to helping others. The only echo of him that manages to reach the world is the one heard in the whispers of his exploits. My dream begins at the dawn of a new day for the hero. He woke peacefully by the fire's side, after a long night's sleep. In the distance, the first rays of sunlight were visible. A new day was beginning for him. Outwardly, it was like any other. He set off on his adventure, armed with his dreams and fueled by his desires. To behold the beauty of the world around him contented him fully. For him, that was the dream life, the tranquility, the nature. And then suddenly, in the distance, he spotted it. A village, alive with activity. It had been so long since our hero had seen anyone. He decided to spend the rest of the day there, a bit apart, observing the villagers as they went about their daily tasks. Life felt incredibly peaceful here, and the landscape was breathtaking. At that moment, the hero had no inkling that this place would change his life. What would prompt a nomad to abandon his way of life? At the end of the day, our hero decided to settle there temporarily. He spent the first night there, then another, and yet another, and even one more. Today, it has been quite some time since he settled here. This village now means a lot to him. He has built his house here, and spends his days pondering freely while tending to his fields or fishing for his meals. He still hasn't dared to speak to the villagers directly, and prefers to observe them from afar. Over the months, his life has changed significantly. He has built himself a beautiful house with local materials. He also owns his own fields now. Between his farming, fishing, and meditation, his days are meticulously organized. He lives here the peaceful and calm life he has always sought to live. Little by little, life moves forward. Seasons come and go, and everything continues to go well for our hero. However, at night, the village becomes increasingly unsafe. At first, there were only 3 or 4 aggressive creatures lurking. Now, there are dozens of monsters of all kinds. But as long as the entire village remains confined and patiently awaits the sunrise, all the villagers are safe. And one evening, everything will change. As our hero, as usual, works the soil of his fields, the bell tolls in the distance. Our hero is abruptly pulled from his work. He had never heard it before, but he knew it was reserved for crisis situations. Without hesitation, our hero draws his sword and rushes to meet them. It is then that he sees them. A band of raiders descends upon the village. Thus begins an epic battle. After the intense battle, it's time to take stock. One of the villagers has been killed, and the bandits could return at any moment. It is at this precise moment that our hero makes a crucial decision. They must be better protected at all costs. The nocturnal changes should have warned him. Something is happening outside, and they must defend themselves. He then goes to see the villagers for the first time, explaining that he will protect them, but first, he needs to equip himself. They provide him with supplies and equipment, and then he sets off. Determined, he will be the savior of these defenseless beings. He must act quickly. In his absence, the village is vulnerable to all dangers. And so began the hero's saga. Nobody truly knows what he did during his absence, but rumors abound in the village. It is these events that I will tell you about today. His adventure allegedly began with the collection of wood and food, as well as other resources that would be useful for his endeavors. The hero knew he was racing against time, so he did everything in his power to save time. He would then have ventured into the depths of the earth, where he found new treasures, iron ores, which he melted in furnaces by burning charcoal. He would then have crafted armor and ventured even deeper. The caves were not entirely safe. Shielded from the sunlight, creatures lurked there at night. He had to remain vigilant despite the risks he took to arrive and save the village in time. As he delved deeper, the rocks surrounding him grew darker and more resistant. But our hero also discovered new materials, such as diamond and gold. After mining enough, he would have surfaced and stumbled upon a strange portal. It lay in ruins, but by crafting a diamond pickaxe, he managed to repair it. Fearless, he dashed inside. On the other side, he discovered a dreadful world. Everything was fire, no more sun, and strange creatures lurked everywhere. But his courage and determination were such that he hurried to establish a camp before venturing forth into this new world. Surely, he would find new resources there that would greatly aid the village. Indeed, a little further on, he managed to trade gold for other elements with creatures. Then he discovered a slightly buried structure, a nether fortress. Inside, he found many good things for his adventure. In the chests, he found new equipment, and the new creatures offered him new perspectives. There would exist a third world, in which resided the most terrible of creatures, a dragon. Defeating it would surely be beneficial to aid the village. Armed with the fervor of this new quest, he prepared to confront it. His adventure continued in a bastion. The creatures with which he had traded his gold protected it, and within it lay revolutionary forging methods. So, he embarked on the quest to retrieve them. He could leave nothing to chance before his final battle. In the depths of hell, he discovered a new material that the knowledge of the piglins allowed him to use, netherite. He equipped all his weapons with it. Finally, he was ready. He could set out in search of the dragon. After traversing numerous biomes, he finally spotted the stronghold, an immense labyrinth within which lay the portal to the other world. After a quick search, he found it. Our hero didn't hesitate. He leaped inside. Soon, above a large island dotted with giant towers, he spotted it. The dragon. His battle was finally about to begin. After defeating the dragon, a teleporter appeared in the distance. Fearless, our hero plunged into it. He then traveled from island to island over the void until he came across a giant city. He entered it and fought all its protectors. In the end, he stumbled upon the ultimate reward, wings. Like Icarus, our hero could now fly and challenge the gods. The village could now rest assured the hero would be ready to defend it. Now, he just needed to return in time. The return went smoothly. The hero, making the most of his newfound strength, moved at a tremendous speed. On the way back, he spotted to the east of the village a gigantic mountain plateau, the perfect place to build a secure town for the villagers. He finally saw it again, the village. From afar, everything seemed in order. The hero felt a sense of peace. Even though all the constructions remained to be done, his friends were still alive. Well, at least that's what he thought. He heard the bells first. That's when he understood. A new attack was beginning, but this time, he was ready. It could begin. It was at the end of this passage that he truly became a hero. He began by offering the surviving villagers a new village, near a protected base.